This is Discover Crypto. Thank you for joining, Disco fam. I'm DZ here. I found something in the charts that is going to let you know that altcoins are ready for a tremendous upside if this plays out. What I saw in TradingView has shocked me. In fact, we're going to break it down imminently. It's time to Discover Crypto.
Capital flight is coming to the United States. The dollar is going to zero.
And that's what makes Bitcoin so special.
You have to have gone through a couple cycles to understand.
Once the price is able to clear this level, the breakout is on its way.
This is your indication to jump in now.
And today's episode powered by Arculus. Thank you, Arculus here. First, I want to go ahead and tell you something very, very urgent. Folks, you only got 27 minutes to act on free money. That's right. I'm trying to alert you to some free money right now, 27 minutes. Ranch, big shout out to Crypto Ran here and the Banter crew. Complete your Gummy snapshot submission before 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So the people that are watching us live, you got in on this alpha. We appreciate you watching live. Go ahead and hit that like button. Show us a little support here. But if you go to, banterbubbles.com, I believe is the ticker there, Banter Bubbles. I just want to make sure. Banterbubbles, .com, not .io, not anything. You sign in, get your Solana address linked up, and you can go ahead and get some of this Gummy. Are you excited about Gummy?
I'm pretty excited about it, honestly. It seems like he's just gamified a useful landing page. You know, I like using crypto bubbles, and I've got about 2.7 million points right now. Plus, I hold Tuker. So
all right, good job there. We have a little bit of the tokenomics. They just released this less than an hour ago, the Gummy tokenomics. Airdrop is going to be 30% of the supply. Centralized exchange liquidity and market makers 10%. What is centralized exchange liquidity? A lot of times, if you want to be on their platform, they say, give us $100,000 worth of your token so we can have people trade that. Marketing is going to be 20%. LP burnt, liquidity pool burnt 40%. Team 0, founders 0. Pretty good job, Banter, with this launch. $10 super chat, ArcBlock. Best tech in today's market for 3.0. Already backed by the largest predecessors, ETH.atom. All right. Well, people excited about ArcBlock, but I'm excited about altcoins. What I'm going to show you is going to make you mega bullish on altcoins. And if you sold any of these altcoins in the last 30 days, you're going to want to slap yourself. But should we look at the markets first, or should we lead into that, Drew? I'll let you choose here.
Yeah, let's do the market. Let's just understand the situation we're in. There's a little bit of pain in the markets. I get a lot of questions. Are alts dead?
But things just started pumping. I don't know if you... Yeah, we were just talking about that right before we went live. We just got a nice little pump in the markets. You can see a 2% gain for Ethereum, for Bitcoin just in the last hour. Solana is up 3.6%. Cardano is also up 2% here. We are still in that long in Cardano. We logged this in right before... You know what? I never did move that stop loss into profit. I got distracted. Would have loved to have taken some profits here, maybe re-enter the trade there, but we're still in the trade. I will put this stop loss into profit. We're $250 in profit on the Cardano trade. I've closed 80% of the TIA trade and it's still over $100 in profit there. So we're doing good. But if we look at the rest of the markets, what's the biggest gainer? Injective, followed by Gala, and then Near Protocol and IMX. All coming in with above a 10% pump today. 40's also doing well. Stacks, some of Josh's favorite projects, AGIX, Fetch AI. So all of Josh's favorite projects are pumping right now. Was it all the extra liquidity he got in Dubai?
Oh man, it was just raining from the skies. You had to.
I had to do it. I had to do it. I don't know if you saw. Now there's the Ministry of Interior of Dubai said a few years back, if you post any social media images or videos that paint Dubai in a negative light, you can get like a $10,000 fine and like 60 days in jail.
Yep.
Are all those crypto influencers, are they all screwed, Drew?
It'll be kind of hard to enforce when they fly back to their own countries and you have to extradite them. So there's that. But they released that like 2016. It was kind of funny seeing everyone act like it was new or that cloud seeding is new or any of it's new. This is business as usual.
Yeah, you feel vindicated with the cloud seeding becoming mainstream narrative now, right, Drew?
Well, I'm just so tired of people saying that it's ridiculous and now it's just normal. I don't even dance around the top of the hill anymore. because it's too late. Now it's already in process.
Yeah, I have
And,
some
you
relatives
know,
in Pacific Northwest, and sometimes, last time they came to visit, I remember at one point my aunt looked at me and just said, "You're crazy, you know that, right?"
Yeah.
And I was just like, "You're the crazy one," and that's how we all feel when we're talking about crypto. All right, now, so we have great gains on a lot of these coins here. Jupiter also doing well. Solana, doing pretty well with the 6.9% to the upside. What do we have on the downside? We got coins that have jumped tremendously, like Core. Core is up 250% in the last 30 days. 5% decline here. Doesn't feel too bad. ZBEC protocol, you can't really tell with the 30-day or the 7-day, but this was one of the biggest gainers a few days back. So again, not too surprising. TIA, insane gains, I think 2 days back. Now we're seeing a little bit of a pullback. So TIA was like the top green coin 48 hours ago. And so a lot of times you're going to see this. So still in that long, but I've closed most of that in profit. Athena, relatively flat after having huge gains as well. But I said something in the charts had me bullish. I said I'm feeling very bullish. Before we get into that, I do have the Bitcoin chart pulled up. I was looking at some old levels. I'll share my screen here.
Mm-hmm.
Why is DZ looking at 2017 and 2020 of December? We're going to get into that in a moment. Let's scroll on up. Let's see how Bitcoin is behaving. We painted out these trend lines maybe about 2 weeks ago. I predicted we're going to go above. We're going to test and then bounce. We went significantly below. So we did break this. I should go ahead and maybe delete this right here. No longer played out. We did trade off the bullish divergence on that 3 hour. Do you remember that, Drew?
Oh, yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Did it end up playing out? We pull this up. No. Very, very close. This is a little bit of a hidden divergence, but this is slightly lower. We said, guys, we need to get this green dot printing. We need it printing soon. So it didn't end up painting any bullish divergence, but it was hidden divergence, which is still slightly bullish. It's not as bullish. And you can see, if you cut that bottom, got a nice little trade in 7%, 10x. You're looking at a 7% gain there. So Bitcoin is acting with some relative strength. I did say I want to see that money flow start turning green. Money flow kind of started heading down. So the money flow heading in the wrong direction on the 3 hour. If we shrink it to the 2 hour, maybe the money flow looks like it wants to come up. Maybe. I'm not saying anything, with certainty here. You see up, nope. We want to go a little bit lower. Oh, we're going green. Nah, I just lied. We're going to go even more red. But we're seeing a little bit of a lower low here, slightly higher low, slightly higher low. Maybe money flow will be green this time tomorrow. We're going to be watching this pretty closely. If we look at the 1 hour, just got into the green, folks. You can see here, we just now starting to get the money flow in the green. But the 1 hour, it's a smaller time frame. I'm not going to say bet the farm on this anytime soon. But now it's time for the juice, for the alpha, for the reason for the thumbnail, for the reason for the title. I said, you're not bullish enough on these altcoins. Let's go ahead and shrink this y-axis. I was looking at, I do that all the time. I was looking at 2017 and 2020.
Yeah.
Why was I looking at that, Drew?
Well, I mean, we hit that all-time high and then chopped real hard. I remember it from the last cycle.
And those who don't know, newer viewers, we appreciate you joining. We bring you live content Monday through Friday. Thank you, Disco fam. You can see here, the previous all-time high Drew is referring to is 2017. This is the 2017 cycle top. And then, so Drew, what is this?
That is right at around, I think it was the end of 2020, and we essentially just got slapped around. Dipped real hard when we originally broke beyond that all-time high, and it spent about 30 to 35 days just getting slapped.
Yeah, this is 3-day candles here. So if we were to look for 10 units, 9 bars, yeah. So you're looking at that little range right there. So we're looking at this little range right here, just getting slapped around, getting bad around. Nope, it's going high. Nope, it's going low. I mean, you stretch this y-axis, you actually see, oh, wait, that was a little bit volatile because we had a violent swing from 19,479. The very next day, within 24 hours, we see it going all the way down to 16K. So that'd be 19 to 16. Multiply that by 5 or 4. 4 would be a better number. Yeah, you're looking at 75 to 80. Or no, I'm sorry, 60. So yeah, we're seeing some pretty strong swings there. So we are in a similar period today. Where we're at right here, very similar to where we're at today. And so if we look, well, what does he mean there? Well, this is kind of what Drew was talking about. We are testing previous all-time highs. And right now, would you say we're getting slapped around, Drew?
We're getting slapped like, I don't even want to say like what. But,
Give us an analogy, Drew. You open it up, go there.
We're getting slapped like my neighbor's going to be if he runs over my fence again.
You got to go to the basement to get that reference. Drew is in the midst of a Hatfields and McCoy type situation in rural Atlanta. Me and him are, we live in the same area. We live in the sticks. Yeah, you got a full-blown feud. You got a family feud.
I got a feud going on. He's got a case number and everything. You know what I mean? So it's going good.
All right. So we're in a similar period right now. So why am I bringing all this up? So chat, are you with me? Right now, we're in the similar period of December 2020. I think we're all in agreement. So you're with me so far. So right now, we're looking at that period. So let's start back testing why we're looking at that. This is Bitcoin dominance. You can see Bitcoin dominance on the way up. Ben Cowan, he's happy. He loves it. Tim thought we'd get to 60% before we got to the all-time high. I knew he was wrong. I didn't know. I had a strong conviction that he was going to be wrong. So me and him, we made a bet. I was right. Tim ended up not winning that one. But this right here is December 2020. And so we got bat around, we got slapped around. And then after we test those previous all-time highs, Bitcoin dominance just went on a free fall. We lost tons and tons of percentage points here if we're just to measure it out. We're looking, just want to get that line perfectly down there, 46% decline. So you're like, no, I'm holding Bitcoin instead of my favorite altcoin in the top 10, Ethereum at the time, Cardano, XRP, Doge, maybe even Litecoin, maybe not in 2021, but 2017, 2020 tops, Litecoin is in this conversation. And Bitcoin dominance, you're like, well, Bitcoin's flirting with new all-time highs. I want the strong asset. No, when Bitcoin flirts with all-time highs, that's when it's time to potentially get in a stronger altcoin, is what history suggests. So what did these altcoins do compared against Bitcoin in December 2020? We're going to look at three. We're going to look at Ethereum. We're going to look at Cardano. We're going to look at Doge. Chat, go ahead. Let me know. What is a coin that existed in 2020 that you also want me to throw in? I'm going to throw that one in as well. I put out something on X. Someone said Algo. I could do Algo. Someone saying Hatfield and McCoy's ? That is a famous feud. It ended up being a Kevin Costner film. Yeah. Made for TV series.
It's a must. You have to understand Hatfield and McCoy's situation. You really do.
Someone just called me, show that comment from E. Hale, Steve Jobs looking ass. That's pretty funny. That's one cuss word for the day. You got a spit take out of me. Hey, you know what? I'm going to debut a new unit. Hey, this is the new iPhone 22. It's the world's smallest one. Hello. Appreciate that. That was good. I got a good laugh out of that one. All right. So December 2020. What coins do you want me to link? Link's a good one.
Link is a good
Avalanche, Theta. I think I might do Link. I'm getting a couple links here. So we'll look at Link as the fourth one. Doge. You're gonna do a spit take when I show you what Doge did. All right. So first one we're looking at is Ethereum, everybody. This right here, the circle and the big finger. This is oh God. The circle and this hand emoji. This is December 2020.
Hopefully that hand doesn't keep moving to the left.
Well, we're going to move it to the right.
All right.
All right. So this right here, you can see one Ethereum ended up being 2% of a Bitcoin, 2.2%, 2.3. In a very short amount of time, Ethereum blasted off against Bitcoin. So from December in 47 3-day bars, it's 141 days. 4 months, right? This is about 4 months. And 4 months, ETH gained 3.5x against Bitcoin. So if you sold or if you traded some of your Bitcoin into Ethereum, you tripled your money, essentially. You did more than a triple. So you did a fantastic job. I'm sorry, you tripled your sats, technically. And so you did a great job if you jumped into Ethereum at the point that we're at today. Now let's look at one more. Cardano. Look at Cardano in December 2020. This thing just said, Ethereum, hold my beer. You're pathetic with your 3.5x. If we look here, Cardano just did fantastically. Wait, didn't get the click in. Here we go. The first run up, you got a 6x in a little over 2 months. The next run up, then we got a pullback. The Bitcoiners, I told you so, you idiot. This thing is going to break down into fresh lows. It didn't do that. Cardano kept gaining against Bitcoin. And then if you look over the next 150 days, then you're getting close to a 10x. And so your Cardano ended up being worth 10 times as much Bitcoin. But wait, I'm not done. Scary move was it? But wait, there's more. We keep going. It ended up joining up about a 12x. Yeah, you end up getting a 12x against Bitcoin. Now, this was a long period. This was 258 days. Within this period, we had chop, we had volatility, we had pain, we had tears, we had blood on the streets.
Yeah.
But if the patient hands, they were rewarded. But the overly patient hands, well, they ended up getting, I was going to say blasted. They ended up getting blasted. So it is smart to take some profits. You end up, you end up bleeding 90% against Bitcoin. So that's when the bears come out and say, see, I told you so. Well, right here to there, you seem like the biggest idiot in the world. But then from there to there, you seem like a genius. So it's all about taking some small profits, get back into Bitcoin. At the end of the day, we want to get more sats, I think. Now we're going to look at Doge, and then we're going to look at Link. Chat, the coin had to exist in 2020, December. So I wouldn't be able to do, Arrow, unfortunately. Compound, that was just summer 2020. So, but yeah, we're going to look at Link. Now, I hope you're sitting down for Doge. This is Doge in December 2020. That right there, this is the pump. I mean, you really got to stretch this y-axis. Let me go ahead and hide this Bitcoin halving chart. Get that out of the way. Hide. Sorry, I'm not like as fast with it as Frankie. Frankie's like, moving all these things. He's insane with it. All right, so this is now a lot of it is Elon. The first run up.
Wow.
Yeah, you got about a 15x. I actually have to shrink the y-axis here just because it gets insane. Let's just see if you cut that bottom. You ended up with a 60, 70x. Really, I mean, let's just say you didn't even catch that bottom, a 50x. You ended up having your Doge being worth 50 times more valuable just in a matter of a few months. And so now, is this the time you want to sell Ethereum? Is this the time you want to sell Cardano? Is this the time you want to sell Doge, Drew?
Oh, yeah, absolutely not, man.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, and I remember when that Doge move happened. I've always kind of felt like Doge is the canary in the coal mine for the real alt season to be kicking off. And then you get just tons of retail, like, oh my God, I made this amount of money, and everyone starts talking about it. Like, well, with these pumps that we've had, these like 5 to 10x's so far on good small projects are nothing compared to what will come when Bitcoin dominance does finally fall off that cliff.
And the big date in question is, to a lot of people, 4202-024, which is 420 backwards with the 2 in the middle. Isn't that weird that the halving ended up being in this, what do they call those, where it's the same forwards and backwards?
This is divine creation. Okay. It's a palindrome.
We top out at 69, 420, the halving 420, then 420 back. What's going
around
on
at 69 again? All
right. Well, speaking of slapping around, let's look at these double bottoms here. Now, this is Chainlink Bitcoin, and obviously we're messing around with this in the past. I remember pointing out, was this about 3 weeks ago? Maybe we're pointing out a little bit of a head and shoulders potentially forming. We did end up getting a very sharp shoulder shrug there. That's a Michael Jackson Thriller music video. That's a sharp right shoulder right there. So, all right, there's there's your Michael Jackson impression. All right, let's see here. So what did Link do in December 2020? Back to the regularly scheduled program. I have okay. I had a feeling it was going to be this one. I looked down at the dates. It's actually this dip. It was actually this dip right there. Link, a little bit of a different category because of DeFi summer 2020. There's a handful of coins that had a great summer 2020. And so the bounce from December 2020 isn't going to look that good. The Link is in that range there. So if anything, you might say, well, Link might blast off ahead of schedule. Let's just see what that gain was from for the DeFi summer. You end up seeing a nice little 6x return against Bitcoin. But if we go from December, just to stay consistent here, you still got a 2x. Now, Chainlink was already a relatively high price for December 2020 compared to where it was 6 months before. Let's just go ahead and look at that. So what was Link doing? And I see your chat saying, check out IMX. We'll check out IMX real quick. It's doing great. Not against Bitcoin, of course. All right, so Yeah, look at that. Had a pretty nice summer. We kind of smoothed this around. Yeah, so it had a good blast off. And then this is that December. So Bitcoin was going up, and so Chainlink went up. And so, you still made the wrong move if you sold your Chainlink for Bitcoin, even though Bitcoin was going up. But yeah, this was a very, very nice gain because folks, we're actually coming from a low of $2. I think this is literally when I sold my Chainlink. I remember catching this dip. Catching the dip. I remember I sold all my Chainlink for $4. It pretty quickly went to $4. Yeah. So this to me, I mean, I could have got in at March. I could have got out in June, May, June. Yeah. I remember thinking I was a genius. Oh my God. I doubled my 2.1 Chainlink. I'm not going to tell you what the real number was. It hurts me to say the real number. But yeah, I sold way too early. The thing ended up blasting off to $20. All right, so that is my thesis. It is not a good time to sell. Here we have an article. Bitcoin halving 2024. The halving might be the best gift for altcoins. Let's see here. Scrolling down. Plays a significant role in deciding the conditions of the market and the bullish and bearish status of the market, called Bitcoin dominance. That was the first thing that we looked at there. Second thing that we looked at. So right now, it's looking like a good time for Bitcoin dominance to bounce. To start plummeting and for the alts to bounce, because this is where we were at last time in the market compared to where we are today. So yeah, we might see a little bit of a dump on some of these bounces here. Talking about the fear and greed. So altcoins like ETH closely move with Bitcoin movement. So ETH, potential bounce here. Third halving here, they talk about the halvings. Right now, Solana's in a correction zone. So Solana, we're not going to be able to get accurate data for this metric. Solana launched at the end of 2020, and so we can't really use this. Actually, yeah, we can. Yeah, we can. For some reason, I thought it came out later in the year. It was April 10th. All right, so let's go ahead and do Solana. One more. We'll look at one more. We'll look at Solana Bitcoin here. This one's probably going to be like near Doge. All right, December 2020. It's going to be, oh man. Yeah, this looks like a good gain, folks. I don't know what we're going to be looking at here. This low right here, that's December 29th. This is the low for December. Solana gained against Bitcoin over the next 261 days, gained 45x. And so every dollar in Solana, so you trade $1 out of Bitcoin, you put it into Solana, you would then later be able to buy 45 times much as worth Bitcoin. And so if you had 10 Satoshis, you now have 450 Satoshis. That's the power of Bitcoin dominance falling. You can have life-changing wealth just right in front of you. And what does it require? It requires patience.
Patience.
A lot of people are getting shaken out.
Patience.
You said a good phrase. They're getting slapped around.
Yes.
And they feel abused.
Yes.
Should we just take the abuse? Is that what you're saying?
No. You have to be stoic. You have to be staunch. And like, I remember, the lesson I learned about Solana last cycle was that I needed to have exposure in a slew of different coins. Like I hammered everything I could into Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Link on March 14th of 2020, right? So I was getting very cheap Ethereum and Bitcoin, and that did amazing. That absolutely changed my life. But now I'm in the next process, and I knew to pull the trigger and get completely out of Bitcoin and Ethereum for myself September of 23. Yeah. And went all in on those. And then I've just been expanding. Like I was able to get ICP at like $3.
Do you remember how much hate we got? Me and you did a video. Should you sell your XRP for hot altcoins?
Yes.
And you said, you had a not small amount of XRP.
Right.
You put it all into Chainlink, was it?
Well, Chainlink, Render. I went into a few other projects.
Was this about 6 months ago?
Yeah, it was 6 months ago, and I built. Basically, I have Render. I have Aerodrome going for me, but that was later on. I swapped into just RWAs in general, just these new smaller market cap projects, because I knew I've been a long-term holder of XRP. I still got a few thousand of them, but I dumped 90% of them. You know what I mean? And that last 10%, I'm now eyeballing this market correction. I'm looking at Ondo. I'm looking at Arrow. I'm looking for things with insane velocity potential.
Yeah, I'm looking at a couple things. I was almost thinking about DCAing into Cardano. I think you can get 500 ADA for like $220. Maybe after a little spike a little bit more. But that seems like 500 ADA will be worth a lot more than $200, you know, 12 months from now.
Yeah.
All right. Here we have, you have people, you know, coming out the woodwork, asking about Bitcoin, do the Bitcoin halving. So if your friend asks you, hey, how's Bitcoin halving going? You can reply with this.
Feels good.
It feels something. It feels something. Feels like I'm dead inside. Great job, Joaquin.
Well, but there's so much to that because you have to have so much conviction to make it through these nasty upswings and downswings. You know, like it's back to this stoicism is necessary, and then you just laugh off the chaos when it happens because like the velocity and the violent moves of this market is how I've been able to change my life. It's by like leaning into those dangerous moments. So you know, there's a lot to be said for that infographic.
You know, speaking of leaning into something, a lot of people are leaning into the runes ecosystem. You know, someone gave a brief explainer how to set up a Bitcoin node to mint and inscribe the first rune. Earlier than others is how you could turn $10 into 100K. And so what do you need? Why do you need a node? He has like why you need a node, how to set up a node. You got to go here. You got to register. Then you got to click on a tab. You got to choose a country. You got to choose, you know, you got to order this. You got to connect your node. Okay. All right. Yeah. Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah. It costs 300. Okay. But you know, maybe you make 30,000. Okay. But wait, we're not done. You got to download several components. You're going to download some things, download it on a server you ordered before, not on your PC. Okay. But wait, no, there's a little bit more. You got to get an app and then you launch the app, you create your wallet and then the wallet. Wait, don't do it before synchronization. You got to wait after full synchronization, you idiots. Of course, once you create the wallet, we're there. Oh, wait, well, no, just a couple more things. Still got to do your app. You got to pass this command into it. Then you're on the path. All right, guys, it's that easy. You know what I mean? It's that's all you got to do. But someone made an even easier guide. Hold on, guys. Just trying to mint some Bitcoin NFTs. And so this is really that. You think that's a fair assessment?
Oh, I mean, absolutely.
I after reading that, I don't think I'm setting up a Bitcoin node this weekend.
It sounds like the crypto Oregon Trail. It does not sound easy.
My PC died of dysentery. It got bit by a rattlesnake. Oh, man. No, my Ethernet cable got bit by a snake. Oh, shucks there. All right. Yeah, that was pretty funny. I want to just show that. Do I have I think I had one more tweet that I wanted to share. Okay, yeah, we got the Gummy thing. Okay, I just want to make sure we get the Gummy thing. Caleb has a pretty bullish, yet scary Bitcoin chart. I don't know how I feel about this one. This one he has, I forget what these, Nakamichi, Ichimoku cloud. I forget how to say it sometimes. Every time we retest the cloud, we go to like the bottom of the cloud. So boom, bottom of the cloud. Boom, below the cloud. Boom, below the cloud. Boom, bottom of the cloud. We just got in the cloud again. And so this is almost suggesting, a little bit of pain. He's saying just be patient, but I saw that and I just want to freak you out because it freaked me out. Hey, hit that like button if it freaked you out. How are we on views right now?
We're doing pretty good. We got like 1,200 in here. Got
how many likes do we got? Do we have more than 69?
Let's see here. Oh yeah, we're near 200. Let's make it more. Let's make it.
I want 420.
Yeah,
I want 420 just for the halving, not because of your weird devil's lettuce. Weirdos. All right, let's talk about I was going to call him a weirdo. He's not a weirdo. Crypto billionaire Justin Sun moved 200 million in Tether to Binance. What is he buying? Drew, why do people normally move Tether to Binance?
Because they're looking to buy something.
He's looking to buy something. I would agree. I think if I had to guess, he's probably going to buy some of the ETH dip. You know what I really had to guess? I think he's paying attention to the Bitcoin dominance. I think he's paying attention to what these alts did in December 2020. And I think he's loading up potentially on some ETH. If I had to guess, let's not say Tron. What is Justin Sun buying, Drew?
Maybe Lido.
Maybe Lido. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, putting Tether funds to work over the fraud. Whoa, Bitfinex. Oh wait, they might be a little biased there. So yeah, maybe we could watch this on chain. Maybe we get some insight on what he's buying. So this is all kind of breaking there. All right, a Bitcoin order book getting thin again. So we're not seeing too much ahead of us, and so we could just be seeing some very, very nice shots. So this is 60K moving up to 70K. Very, very thin there. Very, very thin there. Thinner than DZ's hair on this exchange. All right, that's pretty thin, y'all. Just letting y'all know.
I caught so much.
Yeah, tell him your bold prediction that everyone laughed at.
Well, it's like 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I was like, 60K is going to hold. That's going to be our hyper bullish scenario. 60K is going to hold. Then we're going to pump just like we did the last time we reached our previous all-time high. And, I do hillbilly TA, so it's not a bunch of spider lines.
Hillbilly TA is when you drink moonshine and throw darts at a dartboard and say, longing. Well, yes. So another one, 10X.
Yes, and I use a ruler. Okay. But no, I just felt like 60 is going to hold. It's a strong psychological number. When we're at 73%, like just about everyone's in profit. You got to expect some profit taken. We went to the Adventure Outdoors, bought some hard iron goods, taking profits.
Golfing equipment, right?
Golfing equipment.
Yeah. With brass sheaths. All right. Someone said, check out IMX. I kind of forgot. I didn't forget about you. We're coming back. IMX is at a very, very strong mental support level, right? A lot of psychological support. $2. Probably going to bounce off $2. It bounced off, $1.90 there. So it likes bouncing off $2 there. Let's just see here. But there is one thing about market cap. I'm going to tell you why it's a good thing and a bad thing. The market cap over here is going to skyrocket past this one. But then I'm gonna tell you why I'm not super bearish. Let's click it. Look how much it's down lately, though. Just look at the market cap reduction just in the past month or two. So it was peaking above 5 billion, and right now we're 2 point something. And so I do think there's upside. It's 2.8 billion. IMX is going to be doing a lot of cool things with gasless transfers for video games.
Yeah,
you don't want to play Fortnite and you're supposed to be airdropped virtual V-Bucks, and then all of a sudden you got to pay 7 cents. Even 0.7 cents is too much friction for gaming. It really needs to be free. And so IMX, it's a great thesis, like what they're trying to do there. All right, let's see. We got the order books. Bitcoin exchange withdrawals are soaring, everybody, defying bearish market sentiment. Looks like Drew could be proven right, and it could look like maybe the bounces that I'm calling for could be happening now, could be happening today. Might not happen 2 weeks from now. Might be happening the next 2 1-minute candles. Institutions and smart money to influence price action during upcoming Bitcoin halving, says Glassnode. So when people are getting slapped around, the big money, aka smart money, aka the whales, they're going to take advantage of this. So don't get taken advantage of. Don't trade with too much leverage. If you're not familiar with leverage trading, just stay away until you learn the ins and outs. Frankie Candles is a great resource. Tom Crown Crypto Face, Investing Bros, some of our favorites. Watch 5 minutes of a live stream and then just go YOLO your whole net worth. Don't do that, folks. We're joking. All right, here we have someone's naive memes trading strategy for Bitcoin. I haven't watched this yet. This is from Johnny. Have you seen this yet?
I think so.
I don't know what's going to happen, folks. I'm on the edge of the seat with you here. Oh, is this the one where the guy goes really, really high? Yeah, awesome. Oh, I've seen it. No. Have you ever tried skimboarding? It's actually pretty hard.
I did you jump on the board, but I was on my knees sliding across the beach. I've done that once, but never that. Okay. All right. It's fun. All right. Now, I just actually had this from yesterday. This tab was open on TradingView. I didn't know what I was looking at. All right. We are still in our longs here. Tia, still kind of flirting with this area. I've closed 80%, so I just kind of want to let the rest of that thing ride. Cardano, I haven't taken a single lick of profit. We're at 269. Hey, 269. We got 269. Nice. In profit right now. I could close 20%. Should I close 20%? Be reasonable.
All right. So go click here, click 20. This is Cardano one. Boom. All right, we're putting a steak dinner in our pocket. All right, we're still riding. We're still letting this ride, baby. But I'd be kind of foolish to not, take a little bit of profit at this peak zone. It's it hasn't been this high in 48 hours. Yeah, take a little profit, everybody. We got streaks of green. In our trades, okay? In our trades, not in our drawers.
Hmm.
All right. No, I meant my notebook. I keep my notebooks in my drawers, like my seed phrase
That's
and,
fair.
My trading strategy.
Yeah.
So that's
Not
where
your trousers.
No. No, I'm just going to take a sip on that one.
Yeah.
Josh found the flood. Yeah. Mike Bennett, you haven't done that yet? No. I have now. I've taken some profit. Are we happy now? Elio Trade loves IMX. Elio is in touch with gaming. I haven't watched one of his streams in a while, him or Becker. It's been a couple months. Did you ever watch? What's your thoughts on Alex Becker? I know I kind of know him, but chat might not.
Oh my God. Okay. I haven't met the guy in person, so I don't want to throw some judgments around. On the outside, though, seems like he's addicted to porn.
I did not see that one coming. I find his jokes about the Cardano communities, girlfriends and wives dating other, it's kind of funny. It's just good trolling there. Yeah. I really got nothing negative to say. The lifestyle, though, I will say, when you're that far of the extreme on the lifestyle, you're waking up at 4 a.m., you got red light therapy, 17 injections, an hour in the sauna, then you're jogging, then you're doing heavy weightlifting, then you do an hour of Brazilian jiu-jitsu, then you're eating egg whites with feta cheese, and then you're back into the sauna. Now it's blue light therapy, and now it's more injections, and now it's noon.
Dude.
The only thing about that lifestyle is you will be pushed so far to the human extreme, you cannot relate with anybody. So you walk in a room and you feel like a stranger. And so that is the downside to that lifestyle.
Where do you just lay down and drive your lawnmower and drink a beer? Where's the time for that?
Yeah, you don't sit on the riding lawnmower with the cold one. Go Kill earn some cash at BR1 from Crimson Caravan. Okay, he's trying to give you guys some play to earn models. Hey, appreciate that, CCR. CCC helping we're helping the disco
Becker
fam.
Well, I just want to say Becker's probably very correct about the gaming industry resurge is not here yet, though. I know that he's been talking about that, and he's probably very right. It's just about choosing that right blockchain that's really going to make a big slice of the market.
People love your the lawnmower thing. People really relating with the lawnmower. I love time on the lawnmower. Drew gets life, man. All right. I like it. It's like a Kevin Spacey American Beauty, before he was a weirdo.
There's just a special value in it. And I just hope that everyone buys a ride-on lawnmower after the stream and buys a six-pack.
Even if you don't have a yard. Just buy one. Even if you don't have
a yard. Just buy it down the street.
You know what? Mow the median near your neighborhood. The little grass divider. All right, back to the regularly scheduled program. Disco Fam. I'm floating it out there. Discover Knots or Disco Fam. What do you want to be called? I love Disco Fam. You know why? Disco's never dead, and this community will never die. Why? Because we're trying to build wealth, and we're trying to do it together. And a lot of us are succeeding, and we're sharing the tips to others, and we're all just kind of growing together.
We got to bring bell bottoms. We should make our own bell bottom.
You know someone who can.
I know.
So, all right. Bitcoin ETFs update. So we got yesterday's update for the ETF. Here's a little quick thread. Grayscale Bitcoin outflows 133 million, meaning there is 133 million of selling pressure for Bitcoin ETFs for Grayscale, more than the last couple of days, but still. What do we see? Declining trend. And so we're seeing a declining trend right here. I don't like how this horizontal line makes you think it's zero. Now, the horizontal line is negative $250 million. Zero is up here. So we're getting closer and closer to potentially positive inflows. Probably pretty unlikely, though. Bitwise got a first ever outflow, 7 million. Not a whole lot to worry about right there. Franklin, back to zero there. Here I have a couple likes from Eric Balchunas. Just kind of broke down some stuff in the last hour on it, 2 hours now. Some perspective on the it's so over ETF flows lately. We love Eric Balchunas, senior ETF analyst for Bloomberg, friend of the channel here. Totally normal for ETF category to cool off in the cold plunge after taking a breathtaking pace like Alex Becker jog like this, especially with price down 12% in the past 5 days. It's microscopic. Over the past 5 days, the 10's net flows are negative 223. That is 1% of the 10's net inflows since launch and only 0.4% of their assets. So yeah, we got a little outflow, 223 million. Should you freak out? Hell no, because it's only 1% of what came in. And so it's like, yeah, we pulled in $500 and then people are freaking out over losing $5. How stupid does that sound? You sound like an idiot. I'm sorry. I don't know why I got all hostile there. You sound stupid.
Breathe air.
Breathe air. The net number is still Grayscale driven. So the net number, Grayscale's outflows still kind of driving net losses here, as the new 9 have seen inflows of $330 million over the past 5 days, with iBit extending its streak to 67 days, which is a minor miracle. 69's on the horizon. Back to the 12% price drop. That's on the natives, the so-called hodlers. So again, if you feel the need to point the finger, remember the call is coming from inside the house. So even with the price drop, Bitcoin is up 140% since BlackRock's filing and 50% year to date, which is 10x the return of the, this is the S&P 500 Fidelity one? I have to click on this. Let's see here. Risky click, just clicking links.
Cute.
Invesco's trust here. So it's not Invesco, not Fidelity, and it is the SPY puts there. So I was right on what it is. I was wrong on the entity. I'll take that as a half victory. All right. So yeah, don't freak out about the inflows. Stay calm. When you start looking at the numbers, 1% of the inflows and people are freaking out. And so it's like, again, if you pulled in $500 and then you lost a $5 bill, is it time to panic? No, it's not time to panic. Everybody's calling for panic. And then, if you start thinking mathematically, oh, okay, that's just a lot of FUD right now.
Yeah.
What do we see typically around peak FUD in news articles and sentiment?
Nasty pumps.
Nasty pumps. Why are the
Nasty
pumps
pumps.
nasty, Drew?
Yeah, and it catches people off guard. And I almost feel like at times it's on purpose. Like at the peak amount of publications coming up and saying to get out, it'll absolutely rip your face off. And thinking back to a year ago when they asked us, where would we be at the halving?
Yeah.
And I was feeling like 40K was bullish.
Marcus, QQQ's NASDAQ Tech ETF. Sorry, I thought it was S&P, so it's NASDAQ Tech. Okay, all right. Well, I appreciate that. Disco. People seem to like disco.
Yeah.
The John Travolta movie, Saturday Night Fever, it's got a good soundtrack,
It does.
Bee Gees, they got some good songs. ABBA, a lot of hits. You know what I mean? Studio 54, I would have
Dude,
been in the bathroom.
I almost sang for a yacht rock band. Okay. We could make this happen.
A yacht rock?
A yacht rock,
So like you only play on like yachts in Miami?
basically.
Or
Yeah.
you do heavy metal versions of Little Yachty songs?
No.
Broccoli. No.
No, it's very clean, very classic. Baby, come back.
Okay. All right. You know what? I'm just going to start rolling with Disco Fam. DZ's going to make it a thing. All right. Having excitement pumps worthless Bitcoin testnet. There's a little testnet. When testnet demand is high, testnet fake assets can go up. We see it with this is just old news for people with Ethereum and stuff like that. Like Test ETH is free, but sometimes when people are trying to do things for airdrops, you'll have people paying money for Test ETH. It's like, yeah, I'll pay $5 for it so I can maybe get a $500 airdrop. So yeah, people are trying to practice, the runes protocol stuff. Market shock risk here. Fidelity Stability Board urges hedge funds to hold more liquid assets in order to meet margin calls in case of market shocks. Again, this is just feeling like FUD for us, but meanwhile, BlackRock, they're getting like inside information. Absolutely incredible stuff from Goldman Sachs, which is parroted by the mainstream media. What would we do without you? First, what they say I got to zoom in here. I think it's January. Yeah, January 15th. We're going to get 5 rate cuts this year. March 18th. We're going to get 3 rate cuts this week. We're going to see 2 rate cuts this year. And so Goldman Sachs, do you think in January, some people thought 2?
Since January, I was thinking June and I was thinking 2, and I still think that much. It was a little bit too good to be true to get cuts in March, April. They're going to push it all the way to near the election is what my thought process is. They're going to only give a few months of rate cuts, acting like everything's fine, selling you hope, getting their person elected, and then they'll put the chains back on your neck and strangle you up to 18% mortgage rates.
Yeah. We have a question for Drew. Drew, are you trying to be like Limp Bizkit, Fred Durst?
Everybody sucks.
I unironically love that band in 1998.
Check out the Woodstock. I mean, their Woodstock was nuts.
That's a great documentary.
Yeah.
If you want to know, a lot of people, they're born a little late, so they don't understand how, I'll just say it was a pretty crazy, some would say misogynistic era of just life, in America. And so, yeah, that's a good snapshot into that world.
Starfish and a hot dog flavored water, baby. That was huge.
Such a metaphor there. All right. And so, I said BlackRock, they're getting the inside info. Well, it was proven that they got the inside info just last week. This is kind of detailing that. They were tipped off about the high inflation using Bitcoin to hedge. There was that BLS data concerns. I tweeted about this and we covered it last week when it happens. But yeah, BlackRock literally getting inside info from the BLS, which is the Bureau of Labor Statistics. This is when you see Jay Powell do a speech at 10 a.m., it's because he got a report from BLS the day before, and they kind of digest the report, and then they have prepared remarks. BlackRock is getting the info of what Jerome is going to be saying based off the info that they're given. So they're giving this info ahead of you, ahead of Johnny Retail, ahead of the Disco fam, and it's not right. It isn't right. It's
easy, quick question.
Yes.
Did BlackRock know they were going to be able to be the ones to rebuild Ukraine?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Of course.
I think so.
Yeah, of course. That doc on HBO Netflix is it? Yeah, probably is. But username was also pretty crazy. That was pretty crazy stuff that was going on there. Moby in that movie comes off as such a wuss, I guess. He's like, the vibe in the electronic tent is bad. It's like, no, people were thirsty because Woodstock didn't provide water. Yeah, people were pissed. Get over it. Play your freaking song. All right. No, we're not happy enough for me to hit a button. All right, Justin, not Son, not William. No, the IMF has warned that the U.S. is that its massive fiscal deficits have stoked inflation and pose significant risk for the global economy. AKA what we saw with Japanese yen, where, hey, you kept printing money and you thought you could outprint and outinflate your debt. Because as your debt rises, you'll just print more money and then they'll pay off the debt. And we'll get there. We'll round this curve eventually. We're going to be on the other side of this hill and it's going to be smooth sailing. We're going to be like in the boxcar going, wee! But the thing is, Japan just kept having to climb, having to climb. And what they're climbing is this mountain of debt. And so they're like, yeah, we'll be past the zenith just over the next day. And then the mountain kept growing. And they're like, you know what? We're going to scale 10 feet today. The mountain grew 11 feet. And they're like, but it's going to happen eventually. Tech, the economy will grow out of this. We climbed 12 feet today. The mountain grows 14 feet. Yeah. You're never going to be able to outclimb this mountain of debt because the mountain of debt is growing faster than you can climb. And so basically IMF is saying, hey, can you stop printing money? You're going to break the world soon. Yeah, we don't want that.
Yeah. And, Japan, the yen, it's pretty important for me on the macro because we make sure that our trade relationship stays very, very strong with Japan. So watching their central bank is something that I do. That's why I came up with the June timeframe a year ago, is because Japan just said it outright. This is when it's going to happen. This is when we're going to do it. If they pivot, then I'll pivot as well.
Yeah. Speaking of pivoting, we got a lot of crypto industry. They're trying to pivot these elections into more pro-crypto candidates. Crypto Super PAC ended up doing very, very good. They end up backing some winners for primaries for these House seats. And I've talked about the effectiveness of spending money in politics. The smaller the race, the more effective your money. The least effective money you could do is donate to a presidential candidate race. After that, it would be U.S. Senate. Then it'd be U.S. representative. Then it's going to be on the state level. At the lowest end, where you get the maximum arbitrage, and I'm not trying to say good or bad, I'm just saying this guy employs this strategy effectively, is George Soros with local DAs. That is about the cheapest. You can get someone to win for like $10K.
Yeah.
All right, we just had to make 5,000 signs, mass produce them at $2 a piece.
Those pallets of bricks, those cost some money. Okay. It takes a little bit of cash.
Now, when you're talking about pallet of bricks, you're talking about for the construction of a sign for a candidate, right?
Yeah,
not like
Seattle.
dropped off at an intersection.
Yeah, I remember
near glass
Seattle, where
windows.
Decker's from. What do they call that place?
Chaz.
Chaz. Yeah, you had to build Chaz one brick at a time.
Yeah. Yeah, brick of fentanyl. I kid. Elizabeth Warren supporting enhanced U.S. sanctions for stablecoin. So we got some stablecoin legislation floating around, and Elizabeth Warren, she has some competing amendments and bills. She's going to want her stuff to come.
Got a great outfit.
It's a great Hunger Games picture right here. Cointelegraph really does a great job with their art. Their art department needs a raise as well. Jewel was also, Jewel was in that thing too.
I like Jewel.
It is a good documentary, but we're digressing here. $3 bill, y'all. Yeah, those. Oh man, Limp Bizkit, Korn. Did you listen to Korn,
dude,
Drew?
Of course, I listened to Korn. Fieldy is interested in BJ's base product. BJ is going to be giving Fieldy
That's cool.
prototype. So yeah.
BJ from the basement has invented a thumb rest for a bass. He has the patent and everything, so it's pretty cool. Someone's asking how old am I, because I'm like talking about music I listened to in the 90s. The first album I ever bought was Dangerous Minds soundtrack with Coolio, Gangster's Paradise.
Absolutely.
Second one, Weezer, Blue Album with the Sweater Song and Buddy Holly. I was all over the place, baby. You couldn't pin me down.
My first album, my dad bought it for me. Rob Zombie, Dragula.
Chat, what was your first album? We just kind of want to use this as a gauge. Just kind of look at the age of the disco fam here.
Yeah.
Freak on a Leash, Papa Roach. The thumb fin. All right. We have a new scary robot to look at while you type in your first album here. And this is from Boston Dynamics. Reveals this new generation Atlas robot. And ask yourself, if you think robots are going to talk to themselves like in the movie Her, kind of act with autonomy, maybe in other countries where there aren't strict regulations, will the robots talk to each other? If they're linked up online, I think they will talk to each other. I think they'll even pay each other for services. I think they'll use Bitcoin or a cryptocurrency for that. Aquemini, great one. The Supernatural, Carlos Santana, Iron Maiden, Nelly, Hottish, Twisted, Pokemon soundtrack, Black Album from Metallica, great. Journey, we got some older people. Journey, great songs. Underrated, even though people talk about them a lot. Jamiroquai, Good Burger soundtrack, Boys in the Hood soundtrack, Green Day, Dookie. I recorded When I Come Around with a VCR on an analog television so I could play that song whenever I wanted. Some shady. I'm surprised I don't see more Eminem. All right. Elon Musk is promising an X update that is getting everybody excited in the crypto community. Might get you. I don't know if did you ever look at Vine?
No.
I voted for this. I voted yes. It was winning 70. What's up with the simulation? Vine is winning with a 69. So Vine with 69. Elon Musk might bring back Vine.
What?
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. It's the precursor to TikTok. It's like TikTok with all original audio. There's some that, maybe a song was playing or whatever, but essentially it's like TikTok. Maximum, what was it, 7 seconds? Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember them. I remember the Vines. It's just, there's so many social media applications. And then we're about to get a bunch of ICP socials and AVAC socials and all these different socials. It just gets a bit much.
All right. If someone's risk averse, I missed it. Can you read that question that if someone is risk averse? I lost it. Maybe retype it.
Here we go. If someone is risk averse, do you agree that only relatively safe crypto investment would be BTC? All the rest carry way more risk, right?
Well, if you look at what we were looking at in the charts in December 2020, you can see that Bitcoin dominance. And I specifically said top 10 coins. I'm not saying do this strategy with coin rank 97 that in 2021 was ranked 43. That's probably going to continue to bleed against Bitcoin, Litecoin. But Solana, this is what Solana did last time in that period of the market. This is what right here where you're seeing the finger. This is what Cardano did at this period in the market last cycle. And this is what Link did this period last time in the cycle there. So I'm sorry, it was that one. But Doge was a 60x. And so some might say it is risky holding Bitcoin as Bitcoin flirts with new all-time highs because historically, this is where you lose Bitcoin dominance. I know Ben Cowan, he might disagree with me. But Ben Cowan has called for higher Bitcoin dominance every single day for the past 5 years. So just like I'm biased on Cardano, ask yourself, is he potentially biased on Bitcoin dominance? I think he'd admit he is. And but I have nothing but respect for Ben Cowan.
On bias, what you're talking about, it's like, don't get married to these altcoins, for God's sakes. Like, look at the history. They pull back by 90+% in bear markets.
All right, someone is asking about Litecoin. Yeah, Litecoin, I looked at Litecoin. Litecoin is looking terrible from that December. This is all you need to see. This is the 3-day chart. So Litecoin from December 2020 does not look like those other coins we were looking at. This is it. Okay, so whoa, not even. It actually pumped late. Yeah, this is the December, so it actually had 3 more months of bleeding, and then you got a little pump, and you're like, guys, we're geniuses. It's going to go to these levels, and then it rejected with a pretty strong trend line right here. So Litecoin just continues to bleed against Bitcoin. I don't really see it changing anytime soon. So yeah, you're going to get flashes in the pan. You're going to feel real smart, like, oh, look at this. Hey, you caught this wick. Hey, you did great gaining Satoshis. But if you bought this and you held, you're down tremendously. You're right now you are down. Yeah, I bought the dip. I bought the Litecoin Bitcoin dip. I feel so smart. At one point I had more than doubled. However, right now you're ouch. I didn't expect it to be that much. You're down 80% against Bitcoin. And so, your 100 Satoshis turned into 20 Satoshis. How does that feel? Doesn't feel too good.
This is the uncomfortable truth that you have to look at, and you have to pay attention. Like, Ethereum is still king of DeFi. I see a lot of potential for BRC20s and all these other things being built around it. But just looking at Ethereum's performance and compared to the rest of the market, it's undeniable.
$10 super chat. Can Spell do well twice in a row? Spell is up 6% today. If we hit max, it fails the first DZ test where you don't know too much about a project, which is, did it put in a second all-time high in 2021? The answer is no. So that's not typically what I want to see. How's the market cap thing look? All right, it passed the second test, failed the first test. Third test, we see, how active are they in communicating what they're doing and building. April 15th, leading into hot narratives, I get a tentative thumb up. I'd have to do a lot more research than 20 seconds, but it's getting the tentative thumbs up there. This didn't just keep playing sound, did it? I guess it didn't. I don't know. All right, so that's the Vine. Vine looks like it's coming back. This is cool. Which one are you going to order? We got Sui, like a Game Gear looking deal. Aptos, Jumbo phone, Solana Saga 2 is coming out, and Polygon Nothing phone. I don't know what's going on with that name.
Why are they called Nothing?
I don't know. I don't like the name. I think it's pretty terrible. Probably nothing. That's why. Probably nothing. People don't even use that meme anymore. That's like 2021 meme. Yeah. What are they doing over there? Is that project building? Probably nothing. They got a Chainlink partnership. Probably nothing. So yeah, I don't know. All right, what would you order though? I'd probably go with Sui.
Me
just
too.
because it looks like it's playing video games.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna use my iPhone.
And that looks like a Switch. I mean, that's a different style. They're not trying to bust into the phone realm like these other ones are. They're trying to lean into a less saturated market, handheld games. I'd actually be interested to see what gaming protocols are being built out on Sui, because if they can deliver on this hardware,
I want a Limp Bizkit rock simulator. Blondie, also another one. We had Iron Maiden in there. We had some rockers. We had Jerky Boys, joke CDs. Shout out to Weird Al. Shout out to Tenacious D. I like some good comedy. I used to listen to Adam Sandler comedy CDs in the mid '90s. Those were pretty hilarious. Buddy, the Goat. Anyways, that's very, very obscure references that 12% of chat might maybe get. All right, we have WorldCoin moving off the EVM, the Ethereum virtual machine. They're going to have their own chain, World Chain. Hey, Sam Altman probably going to shoot that market cap up. Can we look at, there's a 4chan meme, like a ton in the works. My opinion, I mean, is there a ton in the works, or is this just you're falling for the 4chan meme? I would hate to buy anything that 4chan recommends. It's up 34% today. What are we looking at on market cap though? Doesn't say. Fully diluted 10 million. Yeah, this is a small project. Okay, launched about a year ago. Did good. What's this
Okay.
market cap look like though? Okay, not enough data. I mean, probably not going to do too much, but maybe it does a whole lot. And I'm scared to click on their X account because, 4chan. All right. Ordinal's lending market heating up on Ethereum. So Ordinals is getting NFT lending. Sometimes this can crash an ecosystem. Just be careful with that, Ordinal community. Largest mining pool, Foundry, just announced if it mines the Epic SAT in the halving block, it will isolate, sell, then distribute the proceeds to its pool members. We did a great breakdown on the Epic SAT rarity with Gary Cardone, I think Eric Carlson, a couple others, Jackie, one other person. Oh, God, now I feel terrible not remembering who the fourth guest was. But yeah, we break it down. We get heated discussions. Should it be worth a whole lot? Should it be worth nothing? I think it was Maddie B. Yeah, it was a great discussion. So go check out ATB if you want to add that. Speaking of Litecoin, you saw that Litecoin Bitcoin chart. Grayscale, though, they're adding Litecoin amidst the dip, time to go long. So they added 32,000 Litecoin as it became the top currency. No, it didn't. It didn't become the top currency for payments in the US. Shut up. If there's any metric that did that, it's one guy paying himself from wallet A to wallet B. Yeah, I said it. All right. Pi Network, 10 million KYC users. Token still not tradable. This thing is blown up in India. And so when there is an airdrop, you got 1.4 billion people going to dilute the hell out of that thing.
Yeah.
I don't expect, I expect the airdrop itself to be massive. I expect the per person allocation itself to be kind of small.
Dude, and this thing has been a roller coaster emotionally. Like, it's not even available for trading. It dropped by 99.9%.
Yeah, on an open market, but like you can't even really access that market.
I know.
So like, was that even fair pricing?
No, I don't think so.
don't think
Nothing
so
about
either.
this graph has been accurate. I don't.
Because
feel
didn't you do the thing where it's like, can I sell this Pi token? And then you're
Right.
like, yes, you can. And here it is. And you go there and they're like, no, it's closed.
Yeah.
You can't sell. And the
Yep.
site doesn't work.
And
you're
I
like,
have the tokens actually on my own Pi wallet, so they're not just wrapped up. I've gotten through KYC. I've gotten my tokens over to me. I still can't put them anywhere. And just watch it. I mean, now it's up $37 again, but I mean, an emotional roller coaster. It hit at like $120 and then went down to 70 cents, 20 cents.
Dr. Demento, Blink 182. All right. We got some good, diverse music opinions here. Someone loved the damn goat from the Adam Sandler CDs. The goat couldn't get off the truck, couldn't catch the football. Let's see here. I saw something else. Yeah, +1 for ATB. Oh, there it was. Alden, how do you know if you mine the Epic SAC? There's like dashboards and software that people are kind of looking at that. Then you have some people saying a SAT's a SAT. You can't even tell the difference. But the mining pools, they love it. And so they're going to push this narrative. And so if you told a mining company, hey, instead of just regular block rewards, you can get like rarity gold Charizard Pokemon rarity, where like all of a sudden that block reward that you got of 3 Bitcoin, you thought it was going to be worth 200K, but you had some rare SAT that's worth 2 million. And so you got a 10X on your mining reward. Do you want to push that narrative? They're going to be like, hell yeah, we're going to push this narrative. We're going to say it's the coolest thing in the world. We're going to say everyone loves it. Why? Follow the money. Follow the money is just a good lens view for the world. Guys, we are going long on time, so I just want to do one more story. It's going to be the best one. So just read a couple things. TikTok signed a partnership with an altcoin. I'm going to tell you what it is in a second. MAGA is still below $5. Bored Ape just offloaded their NFT project. Someone had a pretty funny meme. How much lower can Bored Apes go? Bored Apes can go this low. Drew, have you seen this video?
This is insane. Yes, and
That's nuts.
that is insane.
It's slammed to the ground. Yeah, not as much as my buddy's. Nah, man, my buddy's S10 truck is like really, really low. And then you show them this car and they're like, okay, yeah, you win. You win. I'm gonna tell you the TikTok altcoin in a second here. Yeah, the whales are getting stranded in Dubai. People are making fun of them. Ethereum winning big with a stable coin. That's pretty cool. Checking in on the trade. Okay, see, I took a little profit there. We're above where we were, but I didn't catch the exact top, y'all. I took profit at 45.6 cents, and I should have held till 45.9, 46.0. Oh, shucks. The Swee still do, I'm sorry, Tia's still doing good. So we're still holding that. All right, what is the TikTok I just said it, dang it. What is the TikTok coin, everybody? TikTok, the world's most popular app, just signed a partnership with this altcoin. There was a certain sudden rise in price. ByteDance has a entity or a enterprise technology arm of ByteDance. So ByteDance owns TikTok. So TikTok doesn't technically own this. The company that owns owns this. It's called Byte Plus, and it's a chew to earn app. I'm joking. That'd be funny though, right? It's not chew to earn. No, it's they just signed a partnership with Mistin Labs, the developers of Sui. So Sui ended up signing a partnership with Byte Plus here to integrate its solutions. Cloud native data warehouse with Sui's full node data. So Sui, massive partnership with TikTok here. Let's just look. What did it do in the past 24 hours? So congrats, Sui team. That's I'll say that's pretty big. Down. That lets me know insiders knew.
Well, and go to the max. Like this, I want to buy Sui because of this.
Yeah, me
chart.
too.
I mean, think about it. They come from the same teams that tried to help build out Facebook's Libra.
The Libra DM team.
Yes.
Yep.
So they got some ins, man. They got the chops they need. They were getting ready to handle 1 billion people and their transactions. So when I saw the transactions clog in Solana, we saw them clog Avalanche. Don't fade Sui. It's going to have, I mean, I'm not going to be surprised if this is one of the top 10 layer ones in crypto.
Okay. All right. Top 10. That's bold. Yeah. I can feel 20, 10. That's now you got to make me think and do some research. Raleigh, hello. I'm new here. New sub. Hey, appreciate all the new faces in today. Hit that like button. Disco fan. We bring you live content 5 days a week, same time every day. And then we bring you content 7 days a week. We got trading courses. We got ways. We got ways to try to help you gain more Satoshis. We're opening trades live. We keep them open. We detail them. We kind of talk you through our processes here. So we appreciate you, Raleigh. We got JJ. I enjoy your show. $5 super chat. I enjoy you guys too. Thanks for the knowledge. Keep up the hard work. Go out, create your own beautiful everything chat. We're all going to do a little sip together. Drew, you got a cup?
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Ow! Let's go make that money, folks. That's all we got. DZ out. I'll see you tomorrow.